Hey everybody, Board Bob here. We're back. So today we're going to take a quick look at our uh, nuclear power. As you can see, we are really starting to fill up on uranium-238 all the way up to here. We're running out of chests. So while I was working on some stuff offline, the train system and what have you, um, I went ahead and let the research run. I'm not running research right now, but one of the things that I did research was the Covarex enrichment process. So we can now go ahead and convert that stuff. So I think we're going to go ahead and look at doing that. So let's go ahead and start ourselves some research just to get some going. What do we want to do? Well, you know what? Let's do. Let's continue on as we were and just bump our way up on one at a time. All right. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to set ourselves up a place to reprocess this into more usable fuel. And what I thought is we just might, since we're here, since this is right here, we might as well just go ahead and do it right here. Um, I'm not going to set up logic circuits for it right now, which means we're going to kind of have to hand do some of this stuff, but this will work. So the first thing we want is we want to be able to take out of these chests that we've already got, and we want to put it on a belt so that we can start bringing it somewhere to process it. We can just leave that there turned off right now. So went ahead and I built myself 3 centrifuges just to kind of get us started. Real simple, straightforward. You saw me build them before. So let's put down 3 of these, and we're going to leave a little space between them. Let's do the one first, and then I'll show you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and then we'll go from there. So let's see. We want inserter, chest, inserter. Inserter, chest, inserter. All right. So there's our first one, right? So now let's grab ourselves a chest, and we'll put that down here so we can swap back and forth between the chest and the inserters. Oh, and we're going to need these. Sorry about that. All right, I think that's everything. So now we have the whatever comes out of these, and I think if memory serves me right, it's like 41 and 1. So you're going to get 41 uranium-235 and 1 uranium-238 if memory serves me right, and you have to start off with 40 235. So we got our output that's going to come out, and we want to bring. Oh, you know what? We missed it by 1. I forgot. These are 3 wide, and we want to take advantage of that space. All right, so that's going to be our discharge, and we're going to need 2 inputs for this. We want one there, and we want one here, and these are going to put in 238 and 235 respectively. So then we're going to put a chest here, and we are going to put a filter inserter here and a filter inserter here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this one to 235 and this one to 238. So all of our 238 will come right back around and go into here. All of our 235 will come out and go right into here. That way we keep them separated out. And we're also going to make sure that we continually have a supply of 238 coming into the system so that we can start getting rid of some of this 238. So there is our basic setup, right? So let's do this since we've got them. We'll go ahead and make a quick schematic and pop that out. Now we can just duplicate this right on down the line, right? So one there and one there. We can get rid of this. We don't need it no more. And put that there. And then we just got to put power poles in, which I guess I should have done before I did the the schematic, but I didn't. So that's life, and we'll deal with it. Adapt and overcome. Right. So there they are. So now they are all powered, and now we just got to tell them what to do. So cover X, shift right, shift left, shift left. Right, there we go. So now they're all going to be processing what they need. So let's get our initial load into these, and I do believe what we need is 40 235 and 5 238, right? Yes. Okay. So we need 40 235 times 3. We need 120. Well, we got plenty now. We've been getting it. So there's 100 and 20, right? All right. So let's go over here. Put these into our chests here. Oh, stop. And oops. Give me back one of those. There we go. Alright, so there's, whoa, 30. We want 40. There we go. Then we go to the next one, and we're just going to put it right in because it's going to suck it out anyway. So there's 40 and 40, right? So now we turn this sucker on, and it'll start feeding in our 235. Or 238 rather. I for whatever, I'm bad with numbers. I get the two of them mixed up all the time. I don't know why. So that'll start our process, and when it's done, it'll kick out 40 of the one. Oh, you know what? Let's since this is going to suck it all up until this chest is full, let's do this. Let's go ahead and just put it in these ones to get them started. And what we'll see is when this completes and it's almost done, it's going to spit out everything, and it's immediately going to fill this back up with the 40 that it needs, and it puts the extra one in there that it made, because once it hits it, you know, double whatever. So you'll see it'll keep just putting it right back in, and eventually these chests will start to fill up with our newly processed 235. All right. So there we go, and that's just going to sit there and cook, and we can let that go. And this is expandable ad infinitum. As you build these, you can expand it on out. So now we'll have a ready source of fuel. So wanted to get that taken care of. Now let's go down here and show you something. Notice anything wrong with this? Ain't none of them running. And you notice none of these are running either. Now these are turned on. I mean, they got heat and what have you, right? They got their heat. But let me show you why. Over here to a pole. Look at that. 11,000 solar panels. They're doing all of our work for us right now. So what I'm going to do, because now obviously solar panels don't work during the day, is I went ahead and turned one of these off, because even when they're just sitting idle like this, they're still burning fuel. There's no sense for us wasting this fuel if we don't need it. So I turned two of them off. I'm going to look tonight and see what the load is when it switches over from power cells to accumulators. Because if you notice, we also have a metric crap ton of accumulators. Not as many as we do panels, but certainly quite a few. And I will show you why in a minute, because we're going to go take a tour. You remember last time I started the railroad tracks. I put in a couple and what have you. Well, I went ahead and off camera, I continued working on that. I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to sit and watch me, place track, place track, place track. So I went ahead and started a bunch of track. So we're going to go straight up here where we started out at. And oh, you know what? There we go. Research. So we're going to go up here, and I'm going to give you a bit of a tour because I wanted to drive around anyway. We're going to have to go. You can see all this is all cleared up. We're going to have to go back and clean these up now that they're done. Looks like this other one up here is done too. So the time has come to start picking up some of these other deposits outside of our base, which is where this train track is definitely going to come in handy. Starting to get dark. Good. Let's see. Yeah, so they're starting to come back up, and our solar panels are starting to go down. Let's see if we start drilling off the accumulators, or if just the two will handle it. Ooh, getting close. So it looks like, yeah, we're gonna have to run 3 of them, I guess, for a while. It's gonna start pulling off the accumulators. Not much. We may be able to get away with just that through the night. We'll see how that goes once it cycles. But there we go. So let's go on up here. Take a looky-loo at, well, oh, let's put our wall back before we go too much further. Because this is still not completely closed off by the rails yet. As you can see, we've got biters on both sides. So let's go up here and look at our rail system. So here it is. Now this part is the part I showed you guys before. We'll get down here. We got the gates so we could get on the tracks down there. I don't want to get all the way down here to this circle. So we're going to have to start picking up this iron here and this uranium here, things like that. Of course, we got biters here, but what we will do is we will start setting up train depots and stations and start shipping stuff the right way. So here is our 1 4-way that we laid down last time that we started out with, right? And it's doing pretty good. We got biters right up here along the fence that are not liking life. Let's matter of fact, let's do something about that real quick. Let's push them back just a little bit, just on principle. Oh, and as you can see, we got green biters now. So things are starting to heat up. Oh, is that all we got? No, there we go. There's the rest of them. All right. So that pushed them back far enough that they won't be as active coming down there to bother us. So we're good to go with that. So let's pull them back. Why didn't it take? Why didn't it take? I don't know why it didn't take, but there it is. Yeah. Research. And we'll just go ahead and let them pick that stuff all back up. Let the biters chew on what's sitting up there, I guess. There we go, and like I say, it backed it off enough. Alright, so let's go down here and let's take a tour of the system, shall we? So we're going to go down here on the proper side, and we're going to lay down a train. Woohoo! So there's our train, and we're going to give her some fuel. And let's jump in. Alright, and I'm pretty sure we got her on manual control. There we go. So let's take a ride. So what do we got here? Let's see why we didn't. Why are we not turning? There we go, now we're turning. I guess I didn't hold it down. I just pushed it and didn't hold it down. So, there we go. So we come down here. The reason I want to do this is I want to make sure all the rails are connected. So, there you go. So we can see, we come on down here. This is all stuff we did last video. Come down through the gate. I got the Crissy Crossies. You know what? Let's test them. Make sure they work. Yep, they work. Okay. So now we know. Oh. I guess I got robots turned on. Where are they headed? Yeah, see, I kind of ran out of accumulators. I got to build more. So these guys are going to want to jump off every so often. So now we put in that second four-way. And we come on down here. You know what? When these guys are done, I'm going to go ahead and pull the roboports out so we don't have to keep stopping and waiting for these guys. So, let's jump out real quick. Pull out these roboports and jump back in. There we go. All right. So I've got a few places where they join, and I've got to fill gaps. And I still, like I said, I got a bunch of accumulators that I'm still. Now, I swear, I took the roboports. Oh, I only took one of each out. Okay. All right. Are you done doing your thing? Good. There we go. Now they won't bother us no more. Alright. So I put in a second gate. And come up here to avoid that uranium patch down there. Huh. Right. And then we go down here. Nighttime. Oh, they must be charging. Let's see something real quick. So we didn't lose much. Doesn't look like... Well, no. No. What is this? Alright. Is it nighttime again or something? Did we miss the daytime? I'm just curious as to why we're... Alright, well. Anyway. So there's another four-way. And that's going to go up to that part of the map and off to the side. As you can see, it turns out that this is shoreline, so we didn't necessarily need this one here. But I can turn this into a railroad station to pick this stuff up. But it did end up, whoops, too far around the curve. There we go. It did slope, so we went ahead and went down here. And again, I got another gap I got to fill in where we joined a couple of them up. And we come through another gate. This time I used a T because we're not going straight up because it's water. So we got ourselves a T. And that comes on down. Again, a few gaps, and as you can see, no accumulators here. We gotta build a whole crap ton of accumulators that we haven't built yet. Back through another gate. Every so often, I want a gate so we can cross over. Another set of switchies. Another gate, and we are back around to the bottom portion of our base, and this is where the line stops right now. And the reason for that is, as you can see, we've got this break where this comes up at. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to get out, and we're going to get down here, and I brought with me some underground belts. So for the time being, whilst we are still gathering ore from down there and whatnot, I can live without an accumulator here and there within the system, and without solar panels and such here and there within the system. So we're going to go ahead and underground it where the tracks need to go, and then we can close those tracks up and we can use these lines. Now we do have a pipe there that might be a bit of a hassle that we're going to have to see if did we bring any pipes with us? No, of course we didn't bring any pipes. Alright, so we'll have to bring a pipe down here for that line. But now we can close the gap on these lines. Oops. Come on, Marlon. Wrong button. Alright, so those are all closed. Excuse me. We just need a pipe for this one line here, because I don't think we can move that. I think it's right at its point of you know, what you call it. But what we'll do is we'll take a walk down here and I'll show you, and then we'll go back around the other way. So put another 4-way here, and this is inside of our wall of our base. So we're now back in where we need to be, so I don't have to end cap these. But I put a 4-way, and then I put a roundabout, because this is going to be the end of our line. And what we are going to do is we are going to start bringing our trains in here and make this our delivery area. Here and here, we're going to bring these off and unload the trains, put them back onto the track, and away they go. So there's what we've got so far. We're going to go down, have this one go down this way. We're going to have this one go over this way. We're going to go up with this one, up with this one, up, over, and down with this one. And before I go way out in the middle of boondocks, I'm going to bring these down and completely bring them around the base and get rid of anything on the inside of this. That will create our walls with our train tracks. I want to see how well that does with regards to our walls. Our pollution, looking nice. Nothing. Check out our distribution, man. Ain't that pretty? Some of this will obviously fill in. These are where those gaps are. But ain't that a sight to behold right there? On these diagonal ones along the edges, it's a little wonky looking, but where we got our straight tracks, man, isn't that pretty? I like it. So there we go. Now, what I did for these gates, and there's a number of different people that have the tutorial on this on YouTube. You can look them up. Just safe crossing for Factorio or whatever. Oh, there's another one that needs to be plugged in properly. Why are we got? Because this is the telephone poles from the distribution system before. That should not kill us to get rid of that, because it should hook up just fine through the rest of the system. So let's go ahead and put that in there while we're there. Yeah, that should be fine. Did we do it any place else where we're... Okay, nope, good, okay. So let's take our train, since, it's faster. Go back up here to our crossover, and I'll show you how we did this real quick. Should be, most people are probably familiar with this already, but I'll give you a gander. So we put our gate in, right, and then we attached a green wire to both gates so that they're both activated together, and then we brought that over to a switch. Now on the other side, of course, is our chain switch, right? So we got switched on both sides, and these are set up signal output G, right? Read sensor, not open gate. If we do open gate, what it'll do is it'll open these gates and leave them open all the time. We don't want them open all the time because that's our protection. We're using the gates to stop the train. So read sensor, output signal G. Over here, closed condition. That's what turns the light red. G signal greater than 0. Now we could go greater than 1 and have it either gate, but like I saw on one of the videos, when you have two gates and you're right in the middle, equal to 1, 1 and 1 is 2, right? So it's gonna change it. So if you do greater than 0, any gate condition that is not both gates closed is going to close your rail system. So in theory, watch the rail light here. As I step through and open this gate, it will stop the train. Now, it won't stop the train if the train is already in this intersection. But if you're out here and you're just going along and the train's not there, this, in theory, should save you from getting your ass run over by the train. And then I did the same thing on each of these, and instead of just the one gate on either side, it's the one gate on either side, plus all three of them are interconnected. And that's it, man. Just like that. And you can see all the rail lights change as I go through. Now, not all of them will change if I'm going through just this gate. Just this set will. There's no sense stopping all the trains just for me to be down here. But there you go, man. That's it in a nutshell. Now, I have not cleaned up this stuff, and I have not laid my concrete yet. Probably won't do that on video. That's kind of boring. Unless you guys want to watch me lay concrete. I mean, if you want to, say so, and I will. But there it is. That's our little layout that we did the blueprints for. In actual practice. I scrolled through and I showed you the blueprints before. I scroll through them all again just to show you what ones I made. So there's our gate. Lines right up with it. Alright, and that's basically what we're using. Now some of the panels don't line up necessarily right, because I may have this flipped over, or I may have, a matter of fact, I cut into the end of this and cut it a little shorter because I was running out of room. I was getting close to the thing. So, you can shorten them up and lengthen them up as you need to. There it is. That's the proper orientation. I cut out the end of this, so that's why it doesn't line up right. So there's that. There's my 45, my end caps, my diagonals, my other 45. There's a roundabout at the end of a line, a 90 degree crossovers, straight track, T intersection, full four-way intersection, and of course my little lasers. So there it is. That's it in a nutshell, guys. Now we can start setting up for trains, and we can go play train and get some of the stuff coming in automated into our factory, so that we can get some of the stuff from out here, because there's, like I say, there's some good patches out here. That's 3 million. I did this dog leg here because of this copper ore patch. That's 3 million. Now up here there is an iron ore patch. It's a 1.4 million. If I get desperate, I will go back and get that. I could have dog-legged around it, but I didn't. If I get desperate, I will go back and get that. It's 1.4 million. But there's 2 million here. There's 2.6 million here. There's a 2 million patch here. So we're finally to the point where I don't really need to get every single little patch of iron. Although, we'll see how that continues to be. But for now, we can start sucking off of those. And it's good because, we're down to 62K in copper here. The iron is gone here. Looks like whatever it was here, the iron is gone here. 400K left here. So we're starting to get down there within our compound. So we need to start going after some of these other ones. So that's what we're going to start doing. We're going to start picking up some of these closer ones and bringing them in. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and scratch my head a little bit and figure out how I want my train stations here and here to come in. What I might do is bring these two rails together, because this is two rails each direction. So I may bring these into a single rail line, and then up to individual depots, and then have them come back out, maybe come around the other side, split, and go back into the train system. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Or I may have them come up, do my rail stations, and then come right back into the system on this side, and then do the same over here, or use this one to head down this way and explore. We'll see. But yeah, so that's what I gotta scratch my head on that and see what I like best and lay it all out and get it straight in my head, and then I'll pull it all up and I'll come back and we'll do it together, just so you can kind of see what my thought process was on that and how I did it. So yeah, so there we go. I just wanted to show you guys that I had gotten more of the rails in, and that I have ridiculous amounts of power at this point. We're now we're back on the because I let it go. But yeah, we've got 11K worth of solar panels. At 60 kW a piece, we got power for days now, folks. We're good to go. And I think what's happening is that it's nighttime now, so we're drawing off of our accumulators. Does not look like we're running our steam engines at all. So at nighttime, our nuke plant is firing up and carrying our load, and with a little bit of supplement from the accumulators. And then in the daytime, the solar panels are handling it just fine. 150 megawatts, and it's barely a dent in what the possible production is. So yeah, we're good to go. Especially once we get some more accumulators put down, we won't see much of a power fluctuation. We won't be hurting too much for power. So alrighty, folks. Well, there we go. That's it. Maybe you got something out of this. I hope you did. It's a short video, but like I said, I just wanted to show you guys the rail system and what my plans are. And I wanted to show you guys the Covarex setup that I was going to use. Matter of fact, let's see if we can't. Whoa. Got a little too fast for myself there. Ah, missed it again. I know, I need to learn to drive. Not fast enough on the keys. There we go. Ah! Let go. I never claimed I could drive a train. So I'm noticing something here that I missed. I can't make this turn here. I didn't put a rail in here. I've got the rail here, but I don't have the rail here, so I can't make that turn. Which is okay, because that's swapping from one track to the other. But it's something that I might want to be aware of for the future, is that it looks like I'm not able to do that. So there we go. I just wanted to come over here to the, oh wait, I think it's the next one, isn't it? I think we got one over there. Yeah, we do. Just go straight on through here. Here it is, right here. Let's go down here. Let's grab this for now. Take it with us. Should have left the car or something up here. I'm gonna go down here and take a look at this Covarex process. See where we stand, if we're starting to build up, or if we got any traffic jams or anything else in it. See what we need to fix on it real quick. So let's walk down here real quick and take a peek. There we go. Now we're going to run a little faster. Yeah, our uranium is really kind of about tapped out. Alright, so let's see what we got going here. So it looks like it's still filling up these other chests. So let's go up here and look and see how this is doing. So look, we're already up to 25 in reserve. So we got the 40 that are already being processed, plus an additional 25. That ain't too bad for the little bit of time we were, right? And then let's see. So that. Yep. So there we go. We're down to 11 here. So we need to get this chest passing on to these other ones. In the interim, let's Let's give these guys some more so they don't inadvertently run out while it's waiting to get these chests moving. But as you can see, man, we're definitely pumping out the fuel now. And with just these 3, it's going to be plenty. It'll be enough to really kind of go through some more. Let's see where we stand here. Which one of the... Oh, well, this one just finished, so it's passing it back through and back into the system. We got 27 in this one already. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So now, given the fact that we're only using these at night and we're not putting a super large load on them, you know, it's not burning the fuel very fast. We're good to go. So given the fact that we're down to running 2 of these now, and given how much of this we've got and how easily processed it are, I think we're going to start looking at nukes, guys. They're 5,000 to research them. So that's a lot to research them. But, man, are they nice. Let me tell you. Area of effect size is, what's that say, 36? Explosion is 400 damage plus 520 explosion damage. And I've played with these in my other game. And, man, let me tell you, they're fun. They will clear out biters like nobody's business. So maybe we'll start researching that. It's going to take a long time for us to research it, 5,000. So why not? Is there anything else we need to really kind of do right now? Grenade damage, not so much. Following robot count, we're not really using them. Mining productivity might be nice. We might bump up the mining productivity first. What's the next bump level? Is 1200. So we might bump that up. Coal liquefaction, we really don't need it. Braking force, might be nice when we get our trains going, but right now we don't even have any trains running, let alone one. Inserter bonus, we're not really using that many stack inserters. Lab bonus, rocket damage, rocket speed, cannon shell damage, bullet damage, turret damage, and might be a nice thing to do. You know, but we're not really using any magazine turrets anymore. We're using all lasers. Now laser turret damage would be nice, but now we need space science for it. We could do uranium ammo, and we could give ourselves uranium ammo, which might be a nice thing for while we're out shooting people. And logistical slots might not be bad if we have more robots. So, yeah, what do we want to do? You know what, let's do mining first. Let's hit the mining. Let's hit the uranium ammo. Maybe we'll hit the logistics slots. And then we can start going after atomic bombs. Let's get these other ones here that'll benefit us. And then we'll work on atomic bombs. So there we go. All right, guys. Well, that I think is going to be it for me for now. I think that covers quite a bit in a short amount of time. And I hope you guys liked it. You know, like, subscribe, comment. Love hearing from you guys. If you know, if you want to say something, I'm happy to answer, what have you. All right, man. You guys have a good day. Bye.